In the Bible, we are given so many examples of people who stood their ground in the face of danger. They didn't back down from the truth. We're given examples of people who clung on to hope when all hope seemed lost. People who did the impossible. And what was their secret? What did they all have in common? Did they all read every self-help book that was available for them at their day and age? Did they take ice baths in the morning? Did they do intermittent fasting? No. At least not as far as I know. But they did have one thing in common, and we're going to talk about that in just a minute. Our Sunday schedule at St. Peter begins at 8:30 in our courtyard where we have coffee and donuts and fellowship. At 9 o'clock is our member communion service, so we move into the sanctuary for that. And at 9:30 is our worship service. 10:30 after the worship service, we have our education hour. Adults are going through the book of James in the fellowship hall, and the Sunday school is in session on the other side of the fellowship hall at 10:30. On Tuesdays, Karen Adams is conducting a ladies' Bible study on parables. The second session of that is going to be this Tuesday, 7 p.m. at Rebecca Table's house. Reach out to either Karen or Rebecca for more information or details on that. Wednesday, we're going to have our third midweek service in the season of Lent. We have a 5:30 dinner, so make sure that you come hungry for that. And then after the 5:30 dinner is a 6:30 midweek Lenten worship service. And this Wednesday, Pastor Eric Zabel from St. Peter Lutheran Church in Clovis is going to be our guest preacher. So what is it that all those people in the Bible have in common that allows them to do all of those things? Faith. But not just any random faith, faith in our Savior, Jesus Christ, who himself stood his ground in the face of danger, who clung on to hope when truly all hope seemed to be lost on the cross, who did the impossible of saving us sinners so that we can go to the place of perfection in heaven with him forever. Faith is exactly what we need for this life and the next. And it's exactly what God promises to give to us and strengthen in us when we gather around his word and worship and at home. I cannot wait to worship with you together on Sunday and grow in our faith together. I'm Pastor McKenzie. That's your Ministry Minute.